Hey, so welcome back to episode 22 of the Part-Time Players podcast. This is the video game podcast where two pals discuss the week's video game news. My name is Reece Lagden and I'm joined by my co-host, Brad. How are you doing today, Brad?
Hello.
Is this the intro for this week?
Yeah, just keep it upbeat. Start off on a high. So
yeah, we've got an action-packed episode. This is going to be a really good one.
Yeah,
one of our best potentially. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe we get thousands of new listeners, and they're just going like, "Why haven't we not listened to this before?" And
exactly. Well, we've got a backlog to catch up on now, haven't we?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you very much. How are you?
Yeah.
Today?
Well, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, got had a busy week. Just same old stuff, really, work and things. But good. Got a new little statue of the Stranger from Destiny 2, so geeking out with new shit. So
buying your merch, getting your merch, and
representing Destiny. So cool. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to be on light as well.
And when's that? The 12th? Did you say last week?
10th, Tuesday.
10th. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
How many days is it to the PS5 launch now?
Oh, yeah, very good. So we're 11 days away. So 11 days to the 19th, and America is 4 days away.
Yes.
As we're recording. So obviously, I guess we should say when this posts, really, rather than saying that. So I guess I should say 10 days for us, and then 3 days for the US. So can't wait. It's so close this last week. But I feel like next gen started this week with Destiny. Destiny for me is like the first next gen game. For me, it's like this now is like the road onto the PS5 with that. And then obviously we've got Assassin's Creed next week, and Spider-Man launches on the PS4 next week as well, although I'm going to hold out. But I'm not sure. I might play it only because I'm going to save it for the news story because we're going to cover it. But there is a reason why you might want to play it on the PS4 as well.
Well, I'm buying a PS5 version, so I can't.
It's the same. It's not. Is it not the same?
Well, no. The one I've pre-ordered is PS5, so it's.
You've bought the disc version for the PS5.
Disc version PS5, and that gets delivered. Okay. I think gets delivered on the 12th, but obviously I've got to wait for the 19th to actually play it. So
okay, I see.
Yeah, 12th. Yeah, so. Yeah, no, I won't be able to play it. I will have to...
because you won't be able to do both. Okay.
No,
so if you bought the PS4 version, you could have then just got the free upgrade and just downloaded it digitally on your PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But,
that ship has sailed now, my friend. So
it has sailed. You've missed out.
Yeah, but, you can give a little... Well, to be fair, I'm going to be playing the original Spider-Man anyway, so... I've got to play that before I play Morales. So
true. Yeah. So you bought the Ultimate Edition.
All the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, went in on it. Sorry. So
cool.
That's,
exciting stuff. Can't wait to play it.
And I am seriously considering Valhalla as well.
Yeah, when Watch Dogs got that poor reviews, I was kind of like, I'm going straight in for Assassin's Creed now. That's it. And I like Vikings. Like, I've watched all the TV show of Vikings and stuff, and I quite like that stuff. So I can't wait to play the game. And when I saw the DLC that they're going to do an invasion of Paris, I was like, oh yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So that's so cool, that kid in the French. So I can't wait.
I don't know. It's not really the way you should look at it, but it's not going to be Paris as we know it today. You know that. There's not going to be like an Eiffel Tower and the Arc.
Yes, I know. I understand history and where
metro
it's set.
stations.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand. I understand these things.
Yeah, but definitely going to.
Big Ben's in it, right? Like we've got Houses of Parliament.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Big Ben, London Eye. The London Eye's there, obviously. But it's So definitely, I would say Spider-Man, and then. Was going to be Spider-Man and Cyberpunk, but obviously that's been delayed. So Cyberpunk, Spider-Man, and potentially Valhalla. So it's nice. And I said, I've got so many games I haven't played that are backwards compatible as well. I've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey just in my library, so I can even fire that up and crack on with that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing no one talk about that, whether or not it looks better, because that's one of the more exciting things. About this next gen is the fact of the backwards compatibility, and that it all just goes, your library just comes over.
Yeah.
And without even the actual developers doing even like a patch or anything, apparently a lot of them with unlocked frame rates. Obviously the PS5's got the power, so it just pushes it to the max. So like they just visually look better out of the like. I think Final Fantasy 15 looks better, and I've heard a few others say that they just look better straight away. So, and that's without the upgrades that have been put in. So yeah, no, maybe Assassin's Creed Odyssey will be one of those. So cool.
Yeah, never know. Yeah, it'd be good. I'm looking forward to it. I did see like a little. It's like a clickbaity article during the week saying, due to a new lockdown, will PlayStation 5 get delivered early? But apparently it's only, you're going to get them early in Germany. So if you're in Germany, you're going to get it early. But not us. No, we still have to wait.
I heard rumours about that.
Yeah, and I ordered mine through Argos. And then you saw on the news like, they're cutting hundreds of Argos jobs and is Argos going to go under? And it's like, oh, come on, just... So as long as my pre-order gets here,
although Argos is owned by Sainsbury's now.
Sainsbury's, yeah. So
it'll be fine. You're going to get your PlayStation.
Yeah.
You bought it. It's fine. Yeah. Don't worry about it. So
I was just a bit scared.
I did check after I heard that rumor about them potentially being delivered early, and I don't know why it would say it on the website, but I straight away checked my status to see like whether or not it's changed to the 19th.
Yeah.
To the 12th or something sooner, and it still says expected to be on or before the 19th.
Yeah.
So that is what my order says. My camera comes on the 12th though. I ordered a PS5 camera.
Oh, okay.
And that does come on the 12th. So
yeah, I think all games and accessories are getting released on the 12th, but it's just the consoles in it that we have to wait for. So
exactly,
we have all our games and consoles, accessories waiting, but we can't actually do anything with them.
Yeah, there might be a potential because I'm presuming, like when we said about, well, I said I reckon they're going to do like a release date for the US and Asia and like Japan and that first, and then we'll get it later on, which obviously happened to be true. And if it's just down to like distribution and that they couldn't ship worldwide on the 12th, which ideally I imagine that's what they wanted to do, if they can give it to the UK, say on the 14th or the 16th, whatever, then why don't you just ship them? Do you know what I mean? I don't know why they would just hold it there for the 19th just for the sake of holding it. There's no need to do it. So, there is a potential that we could get them early, but it's very slim. It's hopeful, but hopefully.
I don't know if you've got this covered in your news segments, but there's also that PlayStation release that you won't be able to buy any PlayStation in store on launch day. You're gonna have to
I haven't got that money.
Order it online. So you can't go to a shop and buy it. You're gonna have to order it online. So it's going to be even
tougher to get one at launch. We kind of said that, didn't we? If you haven't pre-ordered it, you probably won't get one. I think they were like, this is even more evidence that you probably just won't get one for quite a while. You probably won't see them in the stores until spring 2021.
Yeah.
If you're lucky to get it by then. So if you haven't pre-ordered it, you're kind of hard out of luck, unfortunately, for these people. So and there's a lot of them because of all the bots and the annoying people that sell things on eBay and stuff. So
I saw one on eBay going for like £700 or something. It was ridiculous, but hopefully people don't make any money. But I'm just looking at my pre-order now. It doesn't actually say when it's going to. It just says sit tight, your order is in progress. The worrying thing is it doesn't actually have my road name under my address. So I might have to phone them up and
that does seem a little bit insecure. Have you not got any emails saying that it's still on track, you got this and that?
No, the only email and text I got was when I first done it. So.
Oh, okay. I've had like 2 emails from Ferry saying my order's still on track, everything's fine, which is really good. I quite like that. And I had an email from Game finally to confirm that my order is coming on the 19th. I've got it. And that they're going to be taking the money within the next couple of days or weeks or whatever, it's be dispatched. Although that's technically not my one anymore. It's my brother's. I've changed all the stuff over to him. So, he's kind of pleased that he's actually got one as well. So,
not my luck. It won't get delivered on the 19th, but, that's...
I'll get mine early and you'll get yours. Yours will be delayed. It's cool. One of us will have it for review, so...
Yeah, sweet. Hopefully we'll get them.
You didn't buy the T-shirt. Sony just...
Yeah, no, I haven't got a Sony T-shirt or a Sony glass or a, Sony, I don't know, butt plug or something like you have.
But, oh Jesus, that's taking it a little bit far.
Oh, I'm sorry,
a little bit far, mate.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit jealous that you're not going to get one on time.
Well, I might do. You never know. So
yeah.
Just have to wait and see. I'm a pretty chill guy, so just yeah.
Are you still going on away that weekend, or is it?
No, it got cancelled. I got an email saying can't go. We've got to rebook it. So yeah,
cool.
So now we've got to work around work, so when we can rebook it. So yeah, it's annoying because that's the second holiday this year that was got cancelled. But what can you do?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say just don't book anything.
Just don't book anything. Yeah,
exactly. Until I don't know. Until summer 2021, I feel like everything's at risk, so just leave it until then.
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to be getting married in Las Vegas next year, so hopefully that still goes ahead.
Will it? Will you delay it? Is that going to be delayed as well? A lot of things are being delayed at the moment, Brad. So you might have to delay as well. So
so
say it's due to COVID and working from home, we had to delay our wedding.
Yeah, well, it's not till December, so it's literally over a year away. So hopefully, it'll go ahead.
You never know. It should be fine.
Should be all right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
America's like blowing up or gone into full civil war then with all the shit.
Hopefully not. Hopefully Las Vegas will be the same and just
Yeah, it could be like Fallout though, couldn't it? Be like Fallout New Vegas, and
could be.
you have your wedding.
Yeah.
With like
go see Mr. House in the Stratosphere.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing,
So it'd be your dream. You love Fallout.
I do love Fallout.
What more do you want?
Yeah, but I also love Vegas how it is now because it's possibly the greatest place on earth. And I know you've never been there, but when you go next year, you'll see.
Jesus, the greatest place on earth. That is quite a claim.
I love it. It's just
because there is quite a nice little park around the corner to where I live, and I feel like you've not visited. So the fact that I feel like it's a little bit of an ignorant statement to know there's a great park around the corner. Yeah,
it's one of the greatest places I've been to.
Okay, all right.
The Greek island of Kefalonia and Las Vegas are both very much up there.
Yeah, okay, nice, cool. No, fair enough. Anyway, we'll stop the ramble and we'll go on to this very, very long news. Well, we've got a lot of news. 6 items each.
This is a news episode, so we're just gonna get you all up to date, everyone up to date of what's happening and whatnot. So it is a news focus week.
Yeah. Do you want to kick it off or shall I?
I'll let you go first.
Thank you. Very, very nice.
Yeah,
very nice of you, Red. Yeah. Polite guy.
Right. Yeah.
Gentlemen. Okay. So my news story number 1 is the unofficial PS5 faceplate business cancels orders after threat of legal action from Sony.
Not PlayStation 5.
It was the PlayStation5.com. Was it .com or .co.uk? No, it must be
.com.
Yeah, it was .com. It's not English, was it? So last week, the business was forced to change its name from PlayStation 5 to Customize My Plates. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the name's not as good.
Nowhere near as good. No,
it's not as clicky, catchy. Is it? Not as clicky. As well as remove all PS5 imagery from its website after the platformer holder legal team got in touch. However, Sony didn't stop there. It's now made a company cease all orders of the customized faceplates, or it'll have further legal action. Customized faceplates has now cancelled and refunded any orders of these items.
What a kick in the balls that was.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a good job that because we kind of felt that we missed out on an opportunity here because we kind of thought there might be a business here, but clearly there was a reason why we didn't do it. Our legal team told us wisely not to go into this.
Not to do it.
Yeah, guys.
And we listened to them. Yeah,
exactly. Don't do it. So I'm not surprised because I guess if Sony are planning to do this themselves and everybody else is going to be doing it cheaper than them, it kind of like takes away from what they're doing. So it's interesting to see which ones that Sony will do if they do it. Obviously, I feel like this kind of unofficially kind of confirms that
they kind of have to really, couldn't they? Because they know they're going to make a lot of money on it. So why wouldn't you? If it's easy to do, easy to take off and put on the new ones, why wouldn't you bring out some first party ones and third party face plates? It's just it's a money maker, isn't it? So
totally. Especially with all I thought that's why so many PS4s were sold, because you had all the special edition ones, the limited edition ones. I really like the 20th anniversary, like the PS1 one with the grey that controller. That's by far my favourite. I also like the blue one. What was that? Was that the 1 million sold or 1 billion? I can't remember what. It was like a landmark, and it was like blue. It was so nice. But yeah, is there any particular like first party faceplate that you would want to buy, or a limited edition if they were gonna like what?
I'd like if they'd like a cool, God of War one or a Spider-Man one. That'd be pretty cool. But even for me, just like some just like plain colours, like get some pastel colours in there, maybe. Like a nice lemon. Or
what?
Lemon.
What's he expecting you to say? Lemon.
Yeah, lemon.
You want it to be even brighter.
Yes.
It's already lemon. Like over imposing as it is, and now you want it to be yellow.
Coral. Get a magenta. Get a nice. I'd like a black. I think black would be cool. Black.
Just
black. With like maybe like the triangle, circle, X square in it, or something on the side, or something like that. Yeah, that's what I'd like. But I've spoke about it before. I used to buy them for my Xbox 360. I had like Halo and God of War, Gears of War. Sorry. So if they release them, I'll buy them. Yeah, I'm a sucker. I'll go in for it. So
I 100% want to get one, either a black one or like you said lemon. With like I think I'll pass on the yellow. Okay. I don't think it'll go with my colour scheme in the room really. So God of War's quite good. Horizon maybe, Spider-Man, I'm not sure, but if I can get like a PS1 coloured one, like that grey colour, like that I would love that. That's great. Whatever the anniversary would be, like 25th anniversary. Or whatever it would be. So it'd be so cool.
They could do like retro style ones, and I could
with the original PlayStation logo on it and stuff. That logo is so cool. Yeah, cool.
But whether or not they will do it or not, it's we don't know. But come on, just do it.
Yeah, hopefully do. Hopefully.
Yeah. Right. Cool. My first news story is a Call of Duty Cold War, and it's just basically saying when you can preload and what the sizes of the game are going to be. So preloading has already started. I think it started on the 5th of November for PS4 and Xbox One, and midnight for on the 10th of November for PC. So you can preload it, so when the game gets released, you can just jump on straight away. Preloading don't affect me because I always buy discs, but I know someone like you obviously always preload. The file size of the game are pretty big. So PS5 file is going to be 133 gig.
Yeah.
Xbox Series X and S will be 136 gig.
Yeah.
And PC is 35 gig just for multiplayer and 82 for the full game.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, and it's 125 for the full game on ultra settings for the PC. So, it's good that you can preload, because if you were getting this on release, then it would take a while.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's mega.
Yeah, so that's console's already started, and the PC starts on the 10th, which is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
What?
When we record, it's the 10th tomorrow, isn't it? I think.
It'll be the 9th.
No, 9th tomorrow. Yeah, sorry.
10th is Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
So it comes out on Tuesday, doesn't it?
Yeah. But that's it really. That's the news. That's the crux of the story. Don't think either of us are picking up Call of Duty, are we? So
no, I'm just not. I'm not very good at it. I find it interesting. I'm interested in the story, but with that size, I think also, is it Warzone? Is there obviously their Battle Royale?
Yeah,
I believe that's like close to like 130 as well, isn't it? So
it's really big. Yeah, I downloaded it onto my Xbox, and it's quite a chunky file. Yeah,
that's massive. So obviously, it probably goes into my next news story, which is talking about storage on the PS5. And if you've got kind of Cold War and Warzone, that's a good, 260-ish, 270 gig.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. There's a lot for just for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Your console is basically going to just be a Call of Duty console.
It's going to be a Call of Duty machine.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
Beast.
It is going to be a beast of a game, but neither of us picking it up. So it does look interesting though. It does look good, and I do see the multiplayer, and I think, I do enjoy playing. But then my mates if they play it on the Xbox. They're going to be playing the Xbox One X. So there's really no point in me getting it for the PS5 because I'll have no one to play with. So
is it not cross-play?
I don't know, actually.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm 98% sure COD is cross-play.
Let's have a look.
And I feel like the last couple have been cross-play as well.
If you go into your news story about your storage, I'll have a look to see if it is.
Okie dokie. So, yeah, news story number 2 for me is PlayStation has just over 650 gig usable storage space. So the PS5 launches in just over a week on November the 12th for the US and obviously the 19th for us here in the UK. But Sony still hasn't stated just how much the SSD will be available for you to install games. It has now been confirmed. Obviously, people have got review units, which we'll obviously go into later on, and it is just over 650 gig. The chip, customized SSD chip, actually in the PS5 is 825 gig. So obviously, I guess the rest is going to be used on the UI and other stuff. And what is actually available for installed in games is, just over 650 gig. I've only got a part 2 to that story, which is kind of related. And then we can go into our kind of thoughts on the memory and what that kind of means for us and stuff. So Sony also confirms that PS5 won't support SSD storage expansion at launch. Sony has said PlayStation 5 can load virtually worlds far and fast than ever before, thanks to one of the fastest solid-state drives ever made. But it is also a particularly big drive. Sony has conferred to The Verge that won't have expanded on day one. The slot is apparently disabled out of the box and reserved for a future update. What's the hold up? As Cerny, who's obviously the tech guy in Sony, explained, not all M.2 SSDs are fast enough to keep up with the PS5, thin enough to fit in the SSD bay, or compatible with Sony's I/O controller. I don't know what does I/O mean. I don't know what that means. And Sony promised that capability testing later this year to make sure. Bit of a bummer for some people that want to install a lot of games. What's your take on that?
I think before we got before all these specs come out, we kind of assumed that it was going to be 1 terabyte and the 825 was going to be the actual size what you could play with, but obviously that isn't the case. So that's not the case. So I'm not surprised really that you can't buy one on launch because they've already said they need to certify all the ones that are compatible. So I suppose they're still going through the process of that. And once they certify the few that can work on it, then obviously they've got to be produced and everything. So for me, I'm only going to be installing a few games up top, so doesn't really affect me that much. Sure. But it is like you just said, with the Call of Duty, you're looking at 300 gig on potentially one game. So it doesn't leave a lot of room for maneuvering. But I think people are just going to have to be a little bit smarter and cleverer. Cleverer, is that a word? On around launch, just to swap games in and out. So
you're gonna have to manage your storage a little bit for those that want to install everything at once, especially when you've got your back library that can just go on. Obviously, we're saying about these are the launch games, but then if you obviously got a PlayStation 4 and like people like me that will be putting on Destiny, Avengers, and some other games kind of thing straight away, that is obviously going to also take up my memory, not just the new stuff. So, there will have to be a little bit of juggling needs to be done, but it's fine. It's clearly, I think, a business move. I'd imagine that, I don't know who makes SSDs. Is it Seagate and Samsung?
Seagate, and there was another one, Western Digital. There's the ones that they were saying are producing them for the specifically
Samsung
for the
as well.
PS5.
I thought like Samsung were doing them as well.
I didn't see any if it's Samsung. The main one I saw was Western Digital. So that was one they was predominantly talking about in the article I read a few weeks ago, saying about they're producing them for the PS5. So they're obviously going to make sure they not only can clock at the same speed as the PS5 but fit into the bay, because obviously if it don't fit, then you can't use it. So
yeah. Because you always get like, I know, like with all the memory sticks, you obviously have them with the Switch. I remember with the PSP and the Vita, you always got like the official ones that said like 4, and like I know like the Switch ones have got like Mario on them and they're red and stuff. And I imagine it's going to be the same. You're going to get like one of the brands are going to pay more money and have like an official. This is the PlayStation 5 one. And I would imagine the reason why they don't want it, or they've made it not compatible at launch, is because of all these reviewers like The Verge and Digital Foundry and all these like tech companies that are reviewing it. They would have tried every single SSD under the sun and probably had a list of like, this one works, this one doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And they probably don't want that. They want to control the message. So they're like, let's disable this completely, and we'll say which ones are available.
Well, the good thing about the bad thing about Vita when it first came out, that the Gen 1 Vita, you had to buy official Sony memory card because it was made for Vita, and it's very expensive. I think when they brought out the second PS Vita, you could use a normal SD card. And like the Switch as well. Yeah, you can buy the Mario ones, but on mine, I think I've got a 32 gig. It might even be a 64. It's just a normal SanDisk memory card.
Yeah, micro SD card.
So so mine's right. But at least they're gonna be like some third party. There's a few third parties out there making it expandable storage. So
Eventually, once they do unlock this feature, which I don't think it'll take long, I imagine February the latest that they unlock it, and they'll be available. So for the first 3-4 months, you got to juggle a little bit.
Yeah.
If you even do 600, what was it again? 650? That's roughly 5-6 games. Do you really need 5 or 6 games at once on your thing? I don't know. Yeah. I feel like that's kind of enough to juggle with for 4 months or so. So
me personally, if I'm playing, I'll only be swapping between 2 games. So
sure. Yeah, and obviously you got disc as well, so your storage is not exactly. Obviously, I'm going full digital, so everything will be on my SSD. So at launch, I've got some of the. So Sackboy Big Adventure is 32 gig. Spider-Man Miles is 50 gig. Spider-Man Ultimate Edition, which obviously the one you've got, is 105 gig. Demon Souls is 66 gig, and obviously, like you said before, Cold War is 133. So I think Demon Souls is probably a good indicator because it's kind of like a normal length game at 66 gigs. So you can probably judge how much, probably 66 to 70, maybe pushing it maybe to 80. I believe Destiny is going to be dropping down to 80 gigs. So I imagine most PS5 games are going to be averaging between 70 and 80 gig.
Yeah.
So with that kind of storage, you probably have about 5 or 6 of them on your PlayStation but with this kind of news, I probably will. If it's not crazy expensive, I will probably buy the expandable storage.
Yeah, eventually. I'll get one eventually. Yeah, I got a hard drive from my PS4, sorry. So I'll go down the same route and I will pick one up eventually. Yeah, I will as well. Yeah. It's just easier because you've just got everything. Everything I do want to play is on there. So I'll probably wait until they unlock it and if it is true and they do have an official one, which will probably be more expensive, I'll probably do like you said, you got a SanDisk one, and there'll be ones that'll just work fine, and they'll just wait for I don't know, a non-branded one, because who cares? It's a slot inside your PlayStation. Exactly. It's going to be covered up, so exactly. Yeah, so I'll just get a terabyte one or whatever it'll be, and have 1 terabyte and 650 gig available, internal, which will be more than enough storage forever. So cool. Sweet. And Call of Duty is crossplay, so nice. Maybe I thought so. It was one of the big things, because it was if COD can do it, then pretty much any shooter should be able to do it, because it's the biggest one. It was kind of a big deal. I remember when they announced that it was crossplay. So cool. Sweet. My next news story is also about storage. So someone in Canada got their Xbox Series S delivered early, a week early than what they should have. So they've got it now. Ooh, lucky them. Yeah, and they was talking about it. So it reportedly has a usable storage of 364 gigabytes. So it's 1-2 games max. That one is not enough at all. No, that isn't enough. and it's just saying, obviously it hasn't got the top end specs like the X.
Sure.
And it's, what was it? Was it £80? No, was it £100 cheaper? Or
what?
The S to the X? I can't remember what the price difference was.
So the S is in UK money. Oh no, this is in dollars, isn't it? I see. This is where I get confused.
Yeah,
it's $299 and it's $499 for the.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. So although it is cheaper,
£200 difference, yeah,
and quite a bit cheaper, and obviously it's all digital. This being all digital and only have an actual usable storage of 364 gigabyte, this isn't enough.
It's not. No,
you're going to have to buy a Microsoft, because they're the only ones that are building them, external drive. So,
and how much are they? 250?
250, I think it was. Yeah, for a terabyte. So
fuck that.
It's kind of like when you look at it, you kind of think, "Oh, probably should have just got an X." Because,
definitely, 100%, without doubt.
Yeah, so it come with a custom 512, but obviously not all that's getting used. And the Xbox Series X actually has a usable storage of around 820. So but
unless cloud becomes a big thing with the Series S, and you're not actually storing the games, you just streaming them. I guess is a solution for that. But once again, I don't know who the S is for. I don't like. It's for the casual gamer, I suppose. I don't want the next gen experience, but if you're a casual gamer and you don't really care about, then you probably don't care about next gen, and you're probably happy with your Xbox One or PS4. I don't know why you would upgrade to that. It's not really an upgrade in my opinion. So it's
the S seems more like an Xbox One X, Xbox One X 0.5. Well, not even though. I don't. I like you say. I don't know where it fits and who it's for, but it's.
The only difference is obviously it's got the SSD, so you got the fast loading. Obviously, you've got all the quick resume stuff like the X does, and I imagine it does 2K at 120 frames, where the Xbox One X can't. You can just do 4K at 60.
This little, I reckon that'd be a bit disappointing for some people, but you had to know you wasn't going to be able to use the 512 at the gate, and not only is that going to be used for games, it's apps as well. So say you want to have Netflix on there or any other app you use, that's going to be taking up your space as well. So
it will be.
Yeah, that's
not a lot though. Does
Netflix
take a lot? I don't think it does it really?
No.
So yeah.
Yeah, but that was the S. So not.
And do you use it? Do you use your PlayStation or Xbox as a media player as well?
I don't. No, I personally.
I just find it's one of the more inconvenient ways of using it, because I feel like if you're quite techie like I am, I've got a smart TV, I've got an Apple TV. There's so much easier ways to access these apps than turning on my PlayStation, using a controller. Then if I do need to type anything in, any kind of logging in with typing an email address or password on your controller is so long-winded. I just completely try to avoid that as much as possible. So I'm not even logged into anything like my Netflix or anything on the PlayStation. So
I think the only thing I used to use on my PlayStation was Sky. Because I'd set it in my room, but now
it's a good one.
I don't. And even when you got if you've got the Sky box now, over in the UK we have Sky. It's you've got the apps on there. So on Sky you've got Netflix now. You've got Disney Plus. That's how I watch Disney Plus. I watch it through my Sky box. So
I do. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's just it's all integrated. The only thing I have to use separately on the smart TV is Amazon. So
okay,
right. So. Cool. What's your next news story this week?
My next story is a big one, and it's the PS5 review.
Oh, okay.
We've got most of our kind of news from Games Radar, so shout out to them for giving us this information, and they've kind of broken it down into segments. So they've got it hardware and design, controller, UI, PlayStation Plus, games, backwards capability, setup, and final thoughts.
Yeah.
Some we'll kind of go into a little bit more of a deep dive into, and some we'll kind of just skip because we've discussed them before and we know what they are really. So we'll go into it straight away. So hardware and design. So there's nothing kind of new that we didn't know. Obviously, we know what it looks like, and obviously everybody's got their opinions whether or not they like it or they don't like it. Obviously, you know what it is. Obviously, we've got the HDMI 2.1. There's the USB-C for the controller. Obviously, 120 refresh rate. And obviously, you've got the VRR, which is variable refresh rate. Also, I kind of think, I don't know, obviously we discussed it a few times about the design, but it's kind of funny with the Series X and then the PlayStation 5. I almost feel like the PlayStation 5 is over-designed and the Series X is under-designed. It's kind of just like, I wish there was like a one they're just slightly in between. But
I really like the design. I like the design of the X.
You like it, just the box, yeah. No, see,
I really like it, yeah.
I feel like there should be something a little bit, like, I don't mind it, but I feel like there should be just, rather than just this tower, it's just a black tower. I feel like there should be a little bit of design to it. There's no design to it, in my opinion.
No, I really like, I actually think I prefer that over the PlayStation 5. So
sure.
It's for me, it looks a bit looks a bit better. I quite like the design of the Xbox Series S as well, to be fair. Yeah. Even though it does kind of look like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah. I feel like the PlayStation 4 was the perfect design console. It's a black box. It's got a little bit of design to it, especially the Pro where you got the 3 tiers. I just feel like they just look really nice, especially when you get like the limited edition ones as well. I think they're really good looking consoles. Yeah. Really good looking.
Yeah, no. I like the original Xbox as well, the first one. I thought that was a cool design because it actually had like the X on it.
Okay,
and it had the in the middle. So
it was
maybe I'm an Xbox fanboy.
You are, you're loving them. You're loving them, don't you?
Even though I don't play it.
Yeah, although we're saying the designs look great, but all of them overheated. So obviously they won't. Obviously, these designs for these ones were built for fan and cooling, and this is why we got these big consoles this year, because they want them to be whisper quiet.
Yeah.
But apparently I've watched quite a few unboxing videos. I know you said you didn't want to watch any, but I've watched about 20.
No, I haven't watched any,
Have you not? Yeah, I've watched like 20.
No.
And pretty much every single person said it looks loads better in real life than it does like in videos and seeing it on marketing stuff. When you actually hold it, you see it, because like the white is like matte and it's not shiny. It just looks a lot nicer.
Nice.
They obviously all say it's big, but it just looks a lot nicer, and especially when it's on, because obviously you got the blue LED going around the edge as well, and it just looks apparently a lot nicer in real life, and it apparently looks better vertically than it does like horizontal. So I am going to have mine standing. I know where I'm going to put it. It's going to be like completely out the way and standing up almost on the floor. So can't wait to get mine.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was about to say, it's nice to have it standing vertically as long as you can find somewhere to have it, because if you're having to put it behind your TV, all the blue LED lights lighting up ain't going to make a difference because you ain't going to see it. So
true. Yeah. Although you're going to have it. How are you going to have it?
Well, at the minute, the TV unit we've got is, I don't even know if it will fit in laying down. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'll probably... hopefully be able to have it horizontally. So
you got to be careful with heating when you're putting it in that one. Then
well, exactly. Yeah, I know, but can't have it in front. So it's either that or it's just going to be standing up behind it.
Probably standing up behind it will probably be the best thing for the console. But you obviously like you said you won't be able to see the blue lights, because I did see on Twitter. I can't remember which store it was, but it was a tech store in the US. I think it might have been Target or somewhere, some one of those type shops. And they actually had them on display, and it actually come up and said the PS5 is overheated and turned off, because they've got it in like their display unit, and it's like completely sealed up. And it was like, clearly this thing is not built for being in like, I don't know, TV storage units and things like where my PS4 is now. But I can't wait for it just to be on and silence. Just I don't hear anything because it's just too loud. My PS4 Pro is just ridiculous. Honestly, it's just
I was playing my PS4 the other day, and it was just like, it's quiet at first, and it just kicks up a notch, and it just sounds like it is gonna just blow out the back of it. It's just kind of
it's ridiculous. Cannot wait. Anyway, next part is the controller, which I think this is going to be the killer app is the DualSense from what people are saying. So the DualSense, it's almost strange to think that the controller would be define a console, but the DualSense does that for the PS5. Until you actually get one in your hands, it's easy to dismiss the new features that have been touted as gimmicks, especially haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. Haptic feedback certainly isn't new, and it's hard to visualize exactly how effective adaptive triggers will be until you use them. But spending some time with the DualSense is a major part of why the PS5 is such a change from what's come before. Sorry. I can't wait to hold this controller. It's probably one of my most exciting things I can't wait to do is just feel the controller for the first time and feel these triggers, because pretty much the reviews from everybody is talking about this controller, and this is kind of the game changer. It's just feeling the difference. Just playing games, apparently with Spider-Man, when you swing, you can feel the tension when you're swinging with the triggers, and obviously the classic example everybody uses is the bow, which I'm sure we will notice with Horizon. And I can't wait to play God of War. Imagine with the axe. The axe already felt fantastic throwing it.
Exactly,
Imagine now feeling the rumbles and the throw and the trigger. Just that immersion that they've just put into the DualSense. Yeah, no, I can't wait. Fantastic.
This is something I do want to test for myself, because I'm seeing all these reviews about the DualSense and everyone's saying it's a game changer. I'm looking forward to actually, because I might sound stupid, but I can't actually think of why it would be such a game changer. So I'm looking forward to actually experiencing myself and then realizing and be like, okay, yeah, this is why.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I'm excited to.
Exactly the same. Yeah, it's hard to imagine because like Rumble and things like that is not new. Like we've had all things like that before, and obviously the Switch has got Rumble and things like that. So the fact that it's in this controller, it's like how. But yeah, I feel like it's the triggers of the thing that's going to really set it apart with like. I don't know, with shooters and things like that, and obviously any like melee kind of games like Godfall's apparently built for obviously the PS5, so they've really built in with the controller. So apparently each weapon you use feels different. Yeah, which is fantastic. Cool. Like if you've got a heavy axe, it feels different to when you're wielding a sword. It's like the weight of it is different, and when you can add, I don't know. I hope like Bungie adds it for Destiny because the vast amount of guns that you have, and if they all feel slightly different. Obviously playing different guns, like how fast they shoot, the damage they do, they already feel different. But then you add that to a controller as well. You're adding that next level of gameplay in a controller. So
the kind of feedback you're going to get, from like a heavy weapon to like a submachine gun. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. So
like an SMG should feel different to shooting a sniper and things like that. And that's what we're going to get now. So it's so cool. I imagine Microsoft will have to react to that, and they'll have to release just a controller that does this as well, because it will be a little bit strange that they wouldn't have it. So
I don't think the controller at launch of the X is just it's just a normal controller.
Pretty much, it's just slightly improved. I think it's just got a share button now. Yeah, and other than that, I feel like it's practically the same, isn't it? It's just a slightly improved version of that.
I must admit, the best controllers, when I moved from 360 over to PS3 and then 4, the big issue I did have was I didn't like the controller for the PS3 because I think the Xbox 360 controller was one of the best controllers you had.
Yep.
And again, I had several. I had Halo controllers. I had I think I had a Gears of War one, but they were chunky, and I do like the Xbox One X controller. So, looking forward to it. The DualSense controller does look more substantial as well. So, hopefully, looking forward to literally getting my hands on it. Literally.
Same. I can't wait. It's one of the things I'm most excited to do is to feel the controller and do that little test. The first time you hold it in your hands, it's like taking you back to Christmas. This coming 2 weeks are like Christmas, isn't it? It's like man-child's Christmas. And then it's like not surprising that Christmas is always very underwhelming for me now, because it's like we just have these little moments where we just buy ourselves the consoles, and this is what Christmas used to be as a kid. Well, so can't wait.
Get my hands on the controller, giving it a cuddle, a little kiss. That everyone does that, don't they? Everyone. That's Oh, okay,
I don't know. I'm not going to even say on air what I'm going to do to mine. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's worse. It's worse.
I
would say it's like Christmas. Never know. The listeners might be in for a treat. Maybe there'll be a a live recording, together in the same room. So, watch this space.
What do you mean?
For this podcast, you fool.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure what you were talking about. Live recording. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe there'll be I don't really know what to say, live recording, but in-person recording, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but how is the listeners what difference does it make to those?
It doesn't make a difference to them, but we'll both be in the same room, potentially getting drunk. So,
Okay, totally. Yeah, no.
And
it's a good experience for us. I don't know if the listeners are or the episode's going to be any good. Well, it's probably going to be a worse episode, but we're going to have a good time. So, we're looking forward to we're going to, that's the most important thing. Of course.
So,
cool. The next one is the UI. Obviously, if you're interested in the UI, I would recommend watching the breakdown video, what Sony posted a few weeks ago. And obviously, we did a breakdown podcast also a few weeks ago. So check that out on iTunes, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast. But some features that wasn't mentioned during our breakdown, because they didn't mention it in their breakdown, is that there's no themes for a start off. Which is quite interesting, and the reason being apparently is because each game and each thing you go on basically covers the full screen of your TV, so there is kind of no need. So a lot of people said there's no themes at the moment. They kind of said it's no point, because every time you go on a new app or a new game or whatever you're doing,
bring it up,
the whole screen completely changes anyway, so there's kind of no need for them at this moment in time. Another one that I saw in a breakdown video was there's now going to be playtimes added next to your trophies, which I'm really excited for. I know it's like these silly little geeky things, but I can't wait to see how long I've played, I don't know, like Destiny for, like how many hours and days have I put into that and things like that. So little things like that, I just think they're like really cool. Out of interest, do you know what game would you have that's like the longest played? Do you know from the PS4?
PS4, longest played.
What do you reckon it is?
I would have it'd probably be Fallout 4.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, because you tried getting the platinum, didn't you?
Yeah, and the DLC and that. It would have been The Witcher, but obviously I'd done that on Switch. So, yeah, Fallout 4 most likely. I'll put a few hours into Red Dead as well. But most likely Fallout 4.
Yeah, cool.
Or Skyrim, one of them.
Yeah, no, mine without question will be Destiny 2. It won't even be close.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of interested. Is it going to be, I don't know how many hours, over 300 probably? I don't know. It's going to be something mental.
Is that mad, yeah.
Yeah, because I've been playing it since 2017.
I think I clocked in like 80 hours on the Switch version of The Witcher 3.
80, wow. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, something close to that, yeah. So obviously that's probably the longest game I've put into overall, but yeah, PlayStation wise it would be Fallout 4, I reckon.
Yeah, okay. Over 100? Have you put in over 100?
Maybe. Because I've played it through, then I played it through again to get all the factions and done the DLC apart from Nuka-Cola World. So yeah, potentially, yeah, it's a lot.
Okay, cool.
A lot of hours into that.
Nice.
Love it.
Another feature that's kind of missing, I suppose, is there's no quick resume like on the Xbox. And also games slightly boot up. So third-party games, I should add, boot up slightly slower than the Xbox. I've seen a few comparison videos where they've booted up like, I don't know, Avengers or third-party games, Final Fantasy, whatever. And each time the Xbox Series X boots up about 30 to 20 seconds quicker than the PS5. So, and there's no quick resume either. So you don't have multiple games running at once like you do with the Xbox as well, which is a feature that's missing. Right. I don't know, does that bother you at all? Not really? Or?
I don't think it would have bothered me, but then I saw it actually happen on the Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, sorry. I kind of want it now, if you know what I mean? Yeah. It does look pretty cool. Yeah. But because I was kind of like, a few episodes ago, I was like, well, do you want it? It looks rubbish. But then I can get it. If you're playing The Witcher and then you also jump on to play, I don't know, some Call of Duty, it is good to just be able to literally snap back into the other game. So it does seem like a good feature, to be honest. Yeah,
no, it does. And obviously just keeping them running at all times, even when you put it on like rest mode or whatever the mode's called on Xbox. I'm not sure if it's called rest mode as well, but and the fact they're just running in the background, you can just have them, just boot them up straight away and it's just paused where it is. I don't know, you have that with a PlayStation with one game, but I think it's like 5 or 6 games you can do with the Xbox. So yeah, whole nother level, but hey-ho. But then it's like, would you rather a whole new UI that we're getting with the PS5 with Sony, or would you like the pretty much the same UI which you're getting with the Xbox? I kind of want a new UI. It's kind of like one of the kind of exciting things when you get something new. Because I also feel like that's what takes a little bit of the excitement out for when I get like a new iPhone now, is because it's still iOS 14. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got my new iPhone, but it's like, it's completely the same other than the fact that it's obviously feels different, runs quicker and does things, but the UI is the same UI. It's the exact same. So the fact that we're getting, I wouldn't want a new. I kind of want a new UI. Is what I'm trying to say. I would take a new UI over missing this feature. Another thing is that you can customize the control center, so notifications, friend list, music, your mic, controller, downloads, and then I believe there's a few more. Obviously, you can quick launch into parties from the friends list and join their activities as well. One thing that doesn't seem to have any customization at the moment is the activities and the cards. If you remember, there was like the cards that stack up. Apparently which goes to the front is how frequently you use them and which ones you use last or the most kind of thing. So there seems to be no option to turn them off, which I don't know if they're going to be annoying or pain or that one. I'm sure that can be added later on, I suppose. The next segment is about PS Plus, which I was slightly wrong about. I have to admit, I didn't expect them to be free PS5 games, but obviously that got proven wrong when Destruction All Stars and Bugsnax got announced. But it seems as if they're going to be available for 2 months this time round. Maybe it's just because there's not a lot of PS5 games and that will change.
Yeah.
But Bugsnax is going to be available for obviously November and December. And obviously we're going to then get Destruction All Stars for February and March. It seems like we're going to get no PS5 game in January.
Yeah,
because I feel like that would probably be a little bit of a kick in the teeth for those people that bought a game at launch, and then like 2 months later, it's then available for free on PS Plus. So, and obviously you get the full PS Plus collection is available at no extra cost. PS Plus has not really changed much else other than from the PS4. Obviously, you need it to play online, and obviously for cloud storage as well.
Yep.
So. The next one they had was about games. I'll skip that because we're going to talk about Astrobot Playroom and Spider-Man Miles as a separate theme. Backwards capability. So yeah, we obviously know what it is. The full library of the PS4 games will be available, except for those, was it 7 games, 10 games, wherever it was.
Yeah, and there's kind of random and
So if you're unfortunate, maybe there's 2 or 3 people in the world that are really bothered by that. But for most people, everything seems to be working fine.
I wonder if there's one person who has every one of those backwards compatible games, and he's just absolutely furious. They're furious.
He's weird to Sony. Absolutely.
I wonder if that's
well, if you're that bothered by it, you've already got a PS4, so just play them there, I suppose. So,
and if that person is you, get in touch and let us know, because we'd like to know. So
please do. This one guy happens to be our listener, but an interesting thing is that you can filter the platform as well. So see PS5, PS4, and there's a filter for PS3 games.
Okay.
Which is a very interesting development. So that pretty much confirms that we're going to get PS3 available eventually.
Yeah. Does
that make you happy? Do you care about that? Or
not really. Don't really care, but to be honest, so, if I'm being completely honest, don't really. No.
I know what you mean, because everybody was bitching about I want backwards capability, but then it's kind of like, if we did have PS3 games, would you actually really want to go back and play a PS3 game? Because they must look they're going to look rough. Like you're going from a 4K game at like 60 frames, ray tracing, all this stuff, and then you're playing. I don't know.
And like the biggest and like the most popular PS3 games have had remasters anyway. So, Last of Us had a remaster, and all the fun, the Uncharted had a remaster. So it's do you really need to? I ain't gonna go back and play Resistance 1 or 2 or 3. So I'm not really.
Oh, talking about Resistance, I'm going to talk about them later. Actually,
okay,
that's a franchise that I want to come back.
Yeah,
but what was the next one? Setup. So yeah, we can pretty much skip that. You know what setup is. It doesn't seem to be. No one seems to be moaning or bitching about the setup. It's just a standard thing. Yeah. Watch the unboxing videos or someone setting up the PlayStation if you want to see more about that. But it's just logging in and stuff like that. So I'll read their final thoughts. So the PS5 is already doing everything right by gambling on a complete redesign. It is hardware, controller, and key UI features. The PlayStation has unlocked the next generation of gaming, while improving graphics and frame rates are clearly a boon, and something will no doubt see evolve over the coming years. Is an improvements to gaming immersion that really defines the generational leap. Wave goodbye to load times and say hello to having more insight into your games at a touch of a button. They said I'm really, and he goes on to say he's really impressed and stuff. So seems that everybody's very hot on the PS5.
Yeah,
and I can't wait to play with mine.
Yeah, I can't wait to play. I can't wait to get my hands on. I'm really glad I was able to get a pre-order, because I know I was going to say I wasn't too bothered in that, but yeah, I'm kind of pleased now we're on the eve of the launch that I have got one in the bag.
Oh yeah, hopefully. Especially now you wouldn't be able to get one at all for like what?
Yeah, it would annoy me.
April, maybe May if you're lucky. So no. Very lucky that we both got one. Thanks to me pushing you to do it.
Well, yeah, and it was, and pure luck as well. That's what we said.
Yeah, it was. It was pure luck and me motivating you to keep looking.
Yeah, just so. That's cool. So we've gone from the PlayStation review to the Xbox Series X review. So obviously that comes out on the
action-packed.
Comes out on the 10th, I think, doesn't it? Yeah.
12th.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on with days anymore. I don't really leave
it all comes at the time of dates now. Yeah.
I don't leave the house, so yeah, I just kind of it's just
you're not left this room for quite a while. No. I see you in the same chair once a week, in the same spot, same t-shirt, not been washed.
Food all down me. Just like a big jug of piss over here where I just that's
Jesus Christ.
But I just kind of keep forgetting days. But so we've got an Xbox Series X review.
Yep.
So they basically said it's kind of like it's like a compact PC. That's what it feels like. Even like the look of it,
Of course, yeah.
And like it's pretty impressive with the, it's got the powerful CPU. It's got 120 hertz support, impressive backwards compatibility features that improve existing games, and all this inside a box for $499. And it's a lot quieter and far easier to use and maintain than a $3,000 PC. So they're comparing it to, to a PC, and I'd say even the looks.
Yep.
So I'm reading an article on The Verge, and they give it a Verge score of 8 out of 10. So cool. They've got good stuff. Is performance and back compatibility, 120 hertz modes for smoother gameplay, and the quick resume feature. That is the main pickups. The bad stuff is a non-removable stand looks weird horizontally. No AAA games at launch, which is a big,
horrible decision,
and expensive expandable storage, which we touched on earlier on.
Yep.
In regards to the stands, they say it looks better and kind of performs better standing up, just like a PC does. And if you do have it laying down, the non-removable stand does make it look like it's just fallen over. So I don't know. I don't know why you couldn't unclip that. It just does seem to be a bit of a oversight.
That seems like an undersight.
Just take it off. Just take it off, like the PlayStation. They've gone to the next level, turning it, putting the little screw in there. You got your little screwdriver, try and screw it, and it hooks on the back. And
exactly, you got a little slot to put the screw in if you lost it. It's great stuff. Yeah.
The stand on the PS5 works if it's horizontally, but it also sits on the stand when it's vertically as well. So
although I feel like they've both been designed to be vertical, aren't they? They both should be towers. Like that's how they ideally look the best. Both of them clearly. So especially with the Xbox, because not being able to take that stand off means you
can't. It's just kind of you've got two USBs on the port on the rear, including as long as Ethernet port. You've got your HDMI 2.1 at the back, and you've got a USB at the front, as well as your 4K Blu-ray drive. There's no USB-C there, and there's no. So the Xbox One, I've got, it's got a playthrough, so you can kind of plug two HDMI. So say you've got limited HDMI on your TV, you can actually put the PlayStation HDMI in the Xbox and play it through. It's called a playthrough HDMI.
Oh,
okay. So yeah, that's a good. The Xbox Series X doesn't have that, so maybe
does that limit like resolution and frames, or do you know?
Everything I've been playing on normal TV. When I was using it, it was fine. So,
okay, yeah.
But yeah, maybe that's why they haven't got it on the X, or they just kind of thought people didn't really take advantage of this, feature, so they didn't bother putting it in.
Sure.
So that's what's on the thingy. It's got an LED. It's got like the top. It's got like the green. Where like the big holes are.
Yep.
Like lights up.
Crown
green.
holes. Yeah.
The crown holes. Yeah. Every time I see them now, I do think of the crown holes. Yeah. And they're just saying that it's really quiet. It's like whisper quiet as well. So,
cool. Yeah,
like we said, it's.
Did you say USB A? Does it not got USB C?
There's no USB C at the front. No. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is just USBs. So. It's
okay. Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, what the choice in that was, but
Is the controller USB-C though? So is it A to C?
USB-C, yeah, and it does. Okay. It runs on. You still got to buy batteries for it. It's not got a built-in battery like the PS5. Unlike this one as well, they're saying it's difficult to judge that the dust build up and the fans because. With only a few weeks of use, because unlike the PlayStation, this isn't designed. You can't open this up and clean it out.
Them big holes are gonna.
Yeah, it's a sealed unit, so you're gonna definitely want this in a big airy space.
Yeah. So you don't want no building work done. Like if you're having any internal work, like if you're gonna get a designer in and he's doing some plastering, or you're gonna have to move
sanding.
Sanding or something like that. The holes are gonna be. It's gonna fill up as a little sandcastle. Yeah.
We've got the load times here, which we talked about before, but I'll just give you a few examples.
Cool.
So Destiny 2 on the Xbox Series X is 43 seconds compared to 1 minute 32 seconds on the Xbox One X.
So quick, actually.
Yeah, really quick. The quickest one on here is COD Warzone, 16 seconds on the Series X compared to 21 seconds on the Xbox One X, which isn't really long either. But
I was going to say that's quite quick for the One X.
Well, the Outer Worlds is 6 seconds, so the Outer Worlds will be in 6 seconds. So
first party stuff seems to be really quick. The same as like Spider-Man and things like that. They seem to be just loading in like instant. You press the button, and all of a sudden you're apparently on the tube straight away. And loaded, and then you just walk out and you're playing. It's like shit. It's like that's
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So we've got the Xbox comes with a 1 terabyte storage, but only 820 of it is actually being able to use for apps and games, which is a lot more than obviously the S, as we was talking about earlier on.
Yep.
And it's more than the PS5 as well. Saying here that the expandable storage by Seagate, only Seagate has been confirmed as a partner for the Xbox.
Yeah, they got a partnership with us.
$219.99 for a 1 terabyte, and that's in dollars.
Oh, okay.
For 120.
Okay, so 250, but still, it's still going to be more. If you bought a Series S and the SSD, it's still more expensive than if you just bought a Series X.
Yeah, so. And if you do get a terabyte, you only actually get 920 gig to use because the rest is taken for quick resume, features like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I think that quick resume, it's good and it is a really good feature. I really like it, but it does take a lot of it does take a fair chunk of the memory to be able to do it, which is understandable.
But then if you add that, so what's available? 900s?
820.
Jesus.
Was that? Did I say 820? Where did I say?
900 sign.
No, if you buy a terabyte external, it's 920. Yeah, usually.
Yeah, 920. Okay, cool. So then, what was the Series S again? Available storage, was it
326? I think they said.
Yeah. So, okay. So you get like a 1.2.
Yeah, terabyte.
So it's still quite a lot, isn't it? Really,
exactly. Yeah. But so then we've got obviously more loading times, and it's optimized for games and 120 hertz modes. Load times and CPU improvements alongside a big bump of 12 teraflops of GPU performance all contribute to an experience in existing games that feels a lot smoother. That could mean a jump from 30 frames per second to 60 in games like Fallout 4 or menus and planet load times in Destiny 2 suddenly being on par with PC. So again, it's all about the load times in this gen. So, and I didn't really think
Xbox is doing really well with that as well.
Yeah, I never really thought that'd bother me, but now you think about it, it is. Yeah, you do want to quick in playing. So yeah,
it's noticeable when you upgrade to something that's really fast. Although that then becomes the norm. Do you know what I mean? Like in a few years' time, this won't even be like a cool feature. It'll just be normal.
Yeah.
And then if a game takes 30 seconds to load, it'll be like, oh my God, why is this taking 30
so long? Yeah.
Well, we should remember 2 years ago, we was waiting 2 minutes for this thing. So, it will very easily, quickly become. I actually did notice, I think Bungie have unlocked load times on Destiny because this week, because I've got a Pro and I was playing with people that just got a normal PS4 and I was loading into events quicker than them.
Oh, really?
So I think they've already unlocked and I was loading in way before everybody else with quite a few things. So it was like, oh, okay. And it's going to be even quicker now with once I have my PS5 with the SSD. So, cool stuff.
We've got here a number of Xbox Series X optimization patches will be available when the console launches on November the 10th. I've had a chance to test both Sea of Thieves and Forza Horizon 4. Both games are transformed by these updates, moving from 30 frames per second to 60. Sea of Thieves feels like a new game as a result, and like you were playing on a PC. That's how dramatic the shift from 30 to 60 frames feels.
Cool.
Even backwards compatibility support gets an impressive boost. The Xbox 360 version of Grand Theft Auto 4 now runs super smoothly on the Xbox Series X, locks at 60 frames a second, while the Xbox One X often struggles to maintain 60 frames a second performance. Grand Theft Auto 4 also benefits from an auto HDR feature that Microsoft is shipping with the Xbox Series X that will work on most games to make them look even better. So it really is. It's boosting everything. Like you say, it says there, even that 360 version of Grand Theft Auto 4 is boosting up. So the more I read about the Xbox, I definitely am going to be getting an Xbox Series X at some point when they're available.
It's a very good third party machine because I feel like it's probably the games will probably look slightly better, and with quick resume and smart delivery. Xbox are doing a lot of very good things, and with Gamepass, this is why it's such a good and interesting battle. It's not like the PS4 and Xbox One where it was clearly Sony was going to win, and I still think Sony's going to win just because games win new generations, and it's not even close. So, but it's so cool that the hardware of Microsoft and Xbox might have a slight edge with some things, but it's obviously different perspectives. Sony are doing some really good things with the UI. I personally think the controller is really cool, which I feel like is maybe the standout feature for them. And then obviously quick resume and these quick delivery and all these stuff and all this convenient and Game Pass is all the great things that Microsoft are doing. So it's an interesting battle.
Yeah, and talking about UI, it says here like they've not gone for like a new one since the disastrous launch of the console back in 2013. They've just been adding to it, so they just keep improving it. So it's kind of it feels the same, but it's just had improvements. Then they go on to talk about the quick resume feature. The biggest addition to the Xbox Series X dashboard over the Xbox One is the quick resume. It's a feature that lets you switch between games in around 10 seconds or less. The timing will vary per game, as with a number of games you can switch between and quickly resume. I've been playing a regular swap between 5 games freely, but the number will vary on titles. It even works after reboots or updates, and it's a great just to turn a console off and not have to worry about save points. It does then say that it's not all the games he's been playing, like the journalist who's written this report, has been supported. So Forza Horizon 4, Watch Dogs Legion, Sea of Thieves, and GTA 5, they weren't be able to use the quick resume features. So
it's probably because they're waiting for their patch. Because you said those ones, were going to be patched at launch. So that's probably why they couldn't review them yet.
But and then it's just going on to quick resume, and basically at the end of the day, it's just saying it feels like a PC, but it's in the form of a console. Like it's got peak, not top of the line PC specs, but it's even looks like a PC. So. Completely different ways Microsoft and Sony have gone, but it does. The more I read about it and the more I see about the Series X, I definitely will invest in one at some point.
Do you regret that you chose the PS5 over the Series X?
No, because I like the first party games. I've got a console for games, and like it said on this article, there's no AAA games at launch.
Exactly.
And I like the first party games from Sony. So God of War, Spider-Man, even Horizon, and that's what I like. So I don't regret my choice, but I will definitely get one at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
this time
Halo comes out. Say Halo comes out summer 2021. Are you gonna get a Series X for that, or are you just happy to play it on the One?
If I had that disposable income lying around, and I could just go out and buy one, and I would.
Sure.
But if not, I'll just boot up my Xbox One, and play it on that.
Gamepass and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Gamepass, yeah. So, I'll probably wait when I do get an Xbox One X. I probably will wait. Series X, sorry, fucking hell. So, it's it could change the names a bit because it just keep correcting itself.
I know.
Or maybe I'm an idiot.
Everybody does it. It's just annoying.
I probably will wait for it to go down a bit. Maybe if it's like I say this time next year or next Christmas, if it's on a sale or something.
Is that too soon for sales? Do you reckon?
I don't know. They're not a sale, but maybe they do promotions and that, don't they? So maybe something like that. Yeah. Wait and see. Might just go out to America next year. If there's Black Friday sale on, just grab one then.
Yep.
I'll get one when I'm getting married. When I'm getting married out there in Vegas, I'll just go down the shops and buy one from Walmart or something. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, where's Brad? Oh, he's buying an Xbox. Yeah,
okay, cool.
It'll be in a minute. So yeah. Sweet.
Cool. I'll come with you. We'll see. I might buy one as well.
What we do, we get the limo to take before you go to the chapel. Go, mate, just take us to Target or whatever it is out there.
Walmart, yeah. Cool.
We stick them in the boot, and then we're going to go to the chapel. Sorted.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Nice. Okay, you heard this here, guys. Brad's going to buy me an Xbox Series X.
Be on Instagram, in a suit, just putting selfies with the Xbox.
Yeah. Cool. Look forward to it. Okay. Have you done with your review?
Yeah, done with my review. Yeah, on the Xbox Series X. Yeah, as I say, Verge give it a score of 8 out of 10. That's the Verge score.
Okay, nice. So, I don't know if they scored. I don't know if was it Games Radar where I got my stuff from. I don't know if I think they did the star thing. I think they gave it 4.5 stars. So whatever that means. I don't know how you review a console, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bit of a odd one. My next news story, which is my next two actually, are going to be reviews of some of the launch titles for the PlayStation 5. So the first one is Astro Playroom, which I'm kind of a little bit surprised that people are reviewing it because it's just a game that is installed at launch, which is quite a good thing. I feel like people are not mentioning this that much, that you get this free game just pre-loaded into your PlayStation 5. That's quite cool. And it seems to be a little bit more than just a tech demo, which I just thought it was. It seems to be a cross between a tech demo and for the controller, of course, because it has all the features. I believe you blow in it and you have to shake for like the springs, and I'm sure there's like a bow and arrow at one point. So, and being a short game, I believe there is a platinum trophy. Yeah, and it takes about 5 hours to get the plat. So this will 100% be my first platinum trophy on the PS5. 100%.
And I'll have to get it as well, just to keep you at bay.
Of course you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, there's not much else to say about it until we play it, really. It's a tech demo for the PlayStation 5. And, people scored it. GameSpot gave it an 8, a great. And it seems to be averaging around, I think it's 82 on Metacritic. So, decent stuff. Can't wait.
I'm gonna platinum Bugsnax as well. It's gonna...
Are you really?
Yeah.
You've gone from, I don't want to play it at all.
I don't even know, yeah.
You've got to review it for the podcast.
I'll play it. Yeah, I'll definitely play it.
We'll play it. We'll give it a little review or preview or whatever it is. We don't really do reviews, do we? We just do previews. Our thoughts.
The strange game that it is.
Did you? I know you obviously never had PSVR, but I know you must have tried it a few times. I know you tried mine. Did you ever play Astrobot in VR?
No.
Did you not?
I heard how good it was.
It was. It's fantastic.
I never played it. Yeah, no.
It's probably one of the more impressive things I did in VR, just because it's like, oh wow, this is going to be the future of 3D platformers.
Yeah.
Like playing, I don't know. The best way I can imagine is imagine playing 3D Mario, but you're the camera, and obviously the world is there, you're just controlling a figure in front of you. Yeah. And jumping and stuff, you can feel the vertical of the height and dropping. I don't know. It's just. Yeah, I could see that being the future of VR.
Do you still have your VR? Did you sell it?
I sold mine.
You sold yours, yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you get a PlayStation 5 camera for? What's that for?
Just for streaming and and for our podcast and for other things as well. So I thought I'll just get it just in case. Yeah. So
that's cool. Yeah, sweet.
And plus the PlayStation VR doesn't work with the PS5 camera, by the way. It only works with a PS4 camera, and you have to buy. No, you don't buy it. It's free. You have to get a dongle. You get an adapter, which Sony, fun enough, is we could have covered that in our news actually. So it's good job you're bringing that up. You have to go on the Sony website and you have to order it. You have to put in like your serial number for your PS5 unit, and then they will ship you one out free of charge.
Oh, okay, cool.
But it also seems a little bit odd that they won't let you use the PS5 camera. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, you know,
I'm glad I didn't go in on VR. I played yours and that was fun, but it was a bit of a ball ache setting it up, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's too much at the moment. Yeah, I won't get it again until it's completely wireless. They work out how to, obviously with the controls with your hands. I don't know. Yeah. It's such early. I know people say it's just a gimmick and it's fouled, but I don't really view it like that. I just feel like it's very early tech and it's almost too early.
More
it's a bit like with the cloud streaming. Everybody says Stadia's fouled. It's not. It's not going anywhere. In 10 years' time, in 5 years' time, that will be gaming. We won't have consoles. It will just be, everything will be like probably 6G or whatever it will be, and you won't even think about having a box. It'll just be a little app you load up and then everything in whatever it is. You have like a Ready Player One is the future or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That is where we're heading to. So we're early adopters of this technology. You know, we're in the 80s when you first see the first like PC and Apple One and, do you know what I mean? The Macintosh One and things like that. This is where we are now with computering and phones and things. So yeah, give it 20, 30 years and we'll be in Ready Player One in a virtual world.
Yeah, sweet. My next news story is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is to join Xbox Game Pass and EA Play soon. So it's going to be available to play on November the 10th when the Xbox Series X and S launch, because obviously EA Play, which is now was EA Access, is now going to be on Game Pass. So you're going to be able to play last year's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which I have mentioned many times before. You even said to me in our chat before the podcast, you do this story to prove how much of an idiot you are. So yeah, you know,
I told you. I said it would come. It would be free of charge before you play it. I'm pretty sure I said that, or you said it, and here it is. It's happened.
I spoke to my brother the other day and he was like, he called me an idiot as well. He was like, I bought you that game like full price at Christmas and you haven't played it yet. And I was like, listen, I've got issues. I've got this little thing in my head. I can't play it until I move out. And, and as soon as I do, I'll play it. So, you know, it's...
okay, fine.
But I will make sure I play it on my PS5 and not the Xbox because I've got the disc. So, yeah, we'll be playing on my PS5.
Okay. Is there an improvement in visuals? I don't know if that. I don't think that's been confirmed, does it? But...
No, it doesn't say. It just says that it's going on to it, and it gives you like a brief, like what the story is.
Sure. No, I mean with you playing it with the disc version on the PlayStation 5. Would it look better? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it might be looking a bit smoother, but I'll play it regardless. So
cool. Okay. My next news story is Spider-Man Miles Morales review. So I can't remember where I got this article from. I didn't put down their score, but I put the Metacritic score. It's now sitting on 85. And I guess I should look back at what we actually reviewed it as to see who's won that, because I feel like it's you. I think I scored it. I think I put it in the 90s. Yeah. So it tells me I put it in the 90s. Let's have a look. You said 86, and I said 91.
And what is it?
And it is 85.
So I won that one?
Yep. So, yeah.
So what's the score now?
3-2 to me, I think.
3-2.
Was it 3-1? Yeah, I think it was 3-1 to me before. And
okay,
now it's 3-2.
So it's 3-2.
So yeah, we'll say that 3-2. Okay. So, yeah, if you didn't know, obviously it's a continuation from 2018 Spider-Man, which obviously Brad needs to finish. And that's why he's got the Ultimate Edition. So it's just a 1.5. Visually, it's stunning, as you would expect. I can't wait to see the ray tracing, the 4K, and obviously with performance mode, it's in 60 frames. So I am definitely going to play this on the PS5, and I was 100% going to wait. However, there is a separate trophy list for the PS4, and the platinum takes around about 15 hours to do.
Right, okay. Yeah. So you're going to play it on the PS4 and the PS5?
Huh?
You're going to play it on the PS4 and PS5 to get both trophies, both platinums?
Maybe.
Oh, this little bitch here, look.
I might do. Like it's 2 plats, 30 hours for 2 plats. I feel like that's a good return in my time, my investment there. The only thing is, that slightly puts me off, is one of the gold trophies is to play on New Game Plus. So that would mean I would have to do the campaign 4 times.
Yeah. Is it worth it?
I don't know if I want to do the campaign 4 times.
Yeah.
I could do it twice. I will 100% platinum it on the PS5, but would I do it on the PS4 as well? It releases on the 12th. I'll have it pre-downloaded on my PlayStation. Do I really want to complete the whole thing? And then, I don't know. That question also totally depends on Destiny. And also with Assassin's Creed coming out this week as well. Because I'm fully going in hard with Destiny. I've got half days on Wednesday, Thursday, and I booked Friday off.
Okay, yeah.
And literally, like a few other friends and stuff, all the Destiny gang, they're all booked the days off as well.
The Destiny boys.
The Destiny
lads.
group.
Destiny lads. Yeah.
The lads, yeah.
Yeah.
All booked the time off, so we're going to hit Destiny hard and, get level up and stuff. So if I'm really full into that and I ain't got time to play anything else, then I probably will just wait for the PS5. Yeah. And I was 100% going to wait for the PS5, but this development made me think I might do on the PS4. I did put a question to you. Do you think that this franchise, Spider-Man of Insomniac doing this, do you reckon it can surpass the Arkham games? Or do you think it already has? Or obviously, because for me, the gold standard for superhero video games is Arkham games. Batman Arkham. I feel like there's not been a better franchise for superheroes, in my opinion. I'm sure you agree.
About Superman 64. Come on.
Not quite. The bar is slightly lower there.
Oh, okay.
I did like a Superman game. Was it? Was there a Man of Steel? Was it tied to the movie Man of Steel?
I know there's a Superman Returns.
Yes, Superman Returns. Yes, I had that. And talking about games that came early, I ordered that on Amazon, and that actually came early on my PS3.
Really? Yeah, I remember playing it. I thought it was shit.
No, I really enjoyed it. It was quite cool.
Yeah, different tastes. Different tastes.
Yeah, well, So I just enjoyed playing the Superman at the time. So it's pretty cool.
Delivery of drink.
Refreshments. What's this?
Refreshments being brought to me.
Okay, drinks and what? You got snacks now? Because you got to munch on camera.
No snacks. Just cool. just a drink. Yeah. Refreshments delivered to my door. Brilliant.
Cool. But I haven't got any more thoughts on the obviously Spider-Man because we haven't played it yet, so we'll reserve doing a deep dive into it. We might as well save it for our own review rather than discuss what other people think of it. But it's been reviewed highly. 85 is pretty decent. I was expecting it to be a bit higher, closer to the original Spider-Man. Obviously, it's a Miles story. Most of the story is set in Harlem, as you would expect, obviously, but you've got the full Manhattan to explore of New York. Which makes me then think, are we going to get a Spider-Man 2 really quick? Since New York is already built, all they've got to do is do the story. Everything's kind of set in I feel like we're going to get it a lot quicker than expected.
Maybe 2020. I don't know why. I'm thinking 2022. That's kind of would have been 2 years. It's now 2 years since the original 2018 Spider-Man. Miles Morales in 2020, and then new Spider-Man 2022. That's what I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it'll be 2022 as well. Yeah. I kind of don't want to get it too quick though. Do you know what I mean? Because although I want the Spider-Man games and I'm loving them, it's kind of like when you get them so quickly, it's kind of like you don't get a chance to kind of want it or miss it. And at this stage, we're going to get Ratchet in 2021. So we're probably going to get a Insomniac game one a year. Yeah. Although I wouldn't mind them just leaving Spider-Man 2 to 2023 and give us a different one. Like you said earlier, Resistance. I really like Resistance. And Sony are kind of missing a shooter. And I think Resistance is so much better than Killzone. So much better. I really enjoyed. Was it Resistance 3 or 2? Was a launch game on the PS3?
Resistance 1 was the launch game on PS3.
Oh, Resistance 1. Yeah, I played it. I thought that was great. Yeah,
that was the only game I had on the PS3 at launch, and I loved it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
brilliant.
No,
I remember taking screenshots of it and that, and just brilliant. In answer to your question earlier on about will Spider-Man be better than Arkham?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to. Yeah,
I don't know. I really, like you say, I think Arkham at the minute is. I don't know, kind of totally different because you've got Batman. He's got a really good, villains list, and Spider-Man has as well. So they're two kind of top tiers for each DC and Marvel. So, I think they're two different, separate. Seems
like a little bit of a cop-out answer here.
Well, no. I do like.
You're going to commit? Which one?
Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were amazing. It got a little bit let down by Arkham Knight. That was a bit, it was a bit of a letdown.
Sure.
But I'd still say, Arkham games for me. Still
at the moment in time.
Yeah. Such fun.
Well, I guess we've only played. Well, you've not even finished 2018, so
no,
I can't might say your thing. But I feel like obviously it's got the potential. Of course, it's got the potential to surpass it, but. At this moment in time, I think I agree. Arkham is still number 1. I feel like this is a very close number 2, and this could easily be number 1 very quickly. I feel like after Spider-Man 2, especially if they introduce like Venom and you get the symbiote suit, and that will surpass it for me because that's my favorite storyline in Spider-Man in general. He's my favorite villain in Spider-Man. You have Carnage and all the symbiotes like that kind of storyline, and they. Not going to spoil because you haven't finished it and you haven't seen the scene, but there's kind of links that could be Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. What was that villain we talked about that time? That was a Spider-Man villain. What, the Fister or something? That was a Spider-Man. Maybe he'll be in the next
I don't know. Yeah,
anyway.
you're.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought that was something that you brought up, the Fister. I don't think the Fister's going to feature.
Oh, well, you never know.
We've got the Tinkerer.
Yeah, maybe it'll be DLC.
Miles is the main villain in this. So
yeah.
So maybe we have to wait for the Fister. They've got quite a lot of, like you said, he's got quite a rogues gallery to go through. You've got Sinister Six, but no, we're going to put in the Fister instead. I feel like there's a lot more we're going to get to before that.
That's what
Mysterio was Mysterio in the first one. I don't think he was he?
No, he had Shocker, Rhino, Vulture, Electro, Doc Ock. Who was the other one? Mr. Negative, Scorpion. Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Mysterio's a great villain. See, if you have and it reminds me, you could do something similar to remember the Scarecrow scenes in Arkham with all the fantasy stuff. Spider-Man 2 can be with those kind of villains. Yeah, no, it can 100% surpass it. It could be the best game ever.
That's what I was looking for, Rogues Gallery. That's what I was thinking. Instead, I couldn't remember it, and instead I said Villains List, which makes me sound like an idiot. So
it worked. I knew what you meant.
Works, yeah.
Until you pointed it out, and now everybody realised that you are.
It could have been like it could have said bad people list or something.
Yeah, so, the offenders list.
Yeah, the offenders. Yeah. That's a very different list. So
okay.
My next news story. If you're finished with Morales,
I am.
This one is just playing the EA games that are going to be back compatible on next gen consoles.
Sure.
So it's just really it's kind of a list of games here that they've got that you kind of really expected it to be. So we've got Star Wars Squadrons, we've got Apex Legends, Sims 4, EA Sports, UFC, NHL 21, Madden, NFL 21, and FIFA 21. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. So this is that's what they've got here so far, and it gives you a little bit of specs. So we've got Star Wars Squadrons will run up to 1440p at 6 frames a second on the Xbox Series S, and up to 2160p at 60 frames per second on the Series X. And it will run. Does it say about the PlayStation? It's just giving you Xbox stats.
Marketing purposes, probably.
Apex Legends again. Will
probably be the same.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, I've learnt my lesson about just reading numbers out on the podcast. People don't like it.
Yeah.
People don't appreciate
you lost me when you were saying 2.1 pp.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thank you for cutting me off. Then I appreciate it. Save me a little bit of. So basically, those games are going to look better. That's the news story.
Yeah.
When I first saw this, I thought, oh shit.
Are they delayed? I know obviously the EA sports games have been delayed, but is like Apex Legends, Squadrons, they're all upgraded from day one?
It doesn't actually. Looking at this, I can't see any dates on here.
Interesting.
It's just stats of when.
Yeah. I guess you presume it's day one, but then it might not be.
Yeah, physical disc purchasers will need to contact EA Help at eahelp.com to obtain an upgrade code for the discless console.
Yeah.
So if you've got the disc, you need to do that.
Talking about upgrades, kind of a little segue, but it's still related. Have you seen the No Man's Sky upgrade for PS5 trailer?
No.
Oh my God, that game looks incredible.
I really wish I bought it when it was like a $5.
I don't want to be conned by that game again because I was so convinced that this is going to be the greatest game of all time. And I bought it and it was the most disappointing game of all time. And once again, it looks incredible. Honestly, you should watch the trailer.
Yeah, like I say, I regret not buying it when you could get it super cheap. After everyone was canning it and saying how bad it was, you could pick it up for next to nothing, and now obviously it's got all the updates and everything. It's kind of gone up again. But
honestly, the visuals of it in 4K 60 frames, and I think they put even more like detail into like the visuals of each planet, the grass. Yeah, no, it looks stunning.
Yeah, no, I'll have a look at the trailer.
Yeah, no, check it out. It looks great. So my last news story is another delayed story, unfortunately, and that's Control. So the ultimate edition of Control, which is going to be the next gen kind of upgrade, or it was locked behind that anyway. It's been delayed to 2021. Oh. So I've written down Remedy Games, what they tweeted. So an update on development team. Control Ultimate Edition will arrive on next gen platforms early 2021. We want to final quality of the game will be awesome, and we need a little bit more time to work on it. Thank you for understanding and being patient. So more delays, more little disappointment.
More delays, yeah.
This one I'm like a little bit like, you're doing this Ultimate Edition for a next gen upgrade. You're not working on anything else. It ain't like you're working on this new game. That's all you had to do, and you're now still delayed it.
Yeah,
I don't know. This is just a little bit of a I don't know. I guess they're a small studio, and that's obviously why I kind of almost excuse them that they're charging for it as well, because they haven't got the finances like a CG Projekt Red or an EA or an Activision or Ubisoft or whatever to afford to give these things away for free. So that's why I feel like they do deserve a little bit of slack when people are criticizing them. But yeah, it's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I do want to play that as well. Yeah, so Did you say it was in part of the collection? So yes. I'll just play it on that. It's obviously
not going to be the next gen upgrade, but no. And I feel like the next gen upgrade will look really good, just because obviously all the particle physics where you obviously moving shit. So cool. It also makes me quite worried about Destiny 2 because they've already delayed the next gen upgrade till December. And it makes me think I feel like they're just not going to make it because they're already delayed Beyond Light till November. And they seem like they're really struggling to get that out the door. And it's such big changes. Like, it's basically Destiny 3 with so many things. And then a month later, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, wherever it is, they're then going to give us the next gen upgrade. I just got a feeling they're going to say, sorry, guys, we need more time for this. Because it's not just visuals they're upgrading. They're also going to give us a field of view changer, which apparently is from people that play PC games. They're saying that's the biggest change that we're going to get. And it's basically you can make your field of view a lot wider.
Yeah.
Which for like the Crucible, for like P versus P, where you're playing it's like player versus player. For people that don't play it, it's just a game changer. Which also then makes me think it's going to have a massive disadvantage for people that are playing on PS4. That the fact that my field of view is so much wider than theirs. And I can see them on my TV come in.
And they can't see me. Just take advantage of it, just don't have it.
I'm still going to be shit because I'm not very good at P versus P. But I'm a little bit concerned that that's going to be delayed into 2021 because I like to see Destiny in 4K, 60 frames.
Yeah. No, it's delays. But you never know. Destiny might not get delayed, and
hopefully not.
You better play it. So
I don't think Cyberpunk would be delayed after they said it wouldn't be delayed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that gets delayed again. So
I'm not surprised. Yeah, who was it? I feel like it wasn't a CEO, but it was someone really high up in CD Projekt Red, And they did an interview saying about, are you going to be hitting like this date in like December? And he was like, yeah, we kind of hope so. It was like such a really unconvincing answer he gave. He was kind of like, yeah, we kind of, and it's kind of like at this stage, like you've delayed it from, it was coming out in March originally, I believe, or April. Yeah. Then it was coming out in September. Then it was coming out in November, and now we're going in December. Yeah. Like that first delay in September should have been, we're just bringing it spring 2021.
Yeah.
After it got delayed to November, they should not have delayed it to November. They should have delayed it to like March or something like that, and just gave themselves all that time in the world, not done all these silly little Night City wires
and all that,
building up to then be like, oh yeah,
giving everyone chairs,
exactly.
It's just maybe that's why everyone got a chair, because they knew it was going to keep getting delayed. So it's like we're bribing with chairs,
exactly.
Lemon coloured chairs, remember, as well. So
I feel like more of a bright,
it's more of like a hazmat yellow.
It's very imposing, very bright, it's very noticeable whenever you see a streamer or a YouTuber or whoever's got that fucking yellow chair. You're like, oh, okay.
Well, look, I've got one here, isn't it?
It's black. Have you sprayed it black?
No, actually, this is dark brown. Dark brown. So.
Your lighting is so poor; it looks black.
It is very poor. Yeah, it is very poor. If I move, I like just you can't see me. So
I've noticed that a few times. You do disappear every now and again. It's oh, here you go. Yeah, disappeared. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's bad lighting, but that's what I've got to work with.
Good job there's not a video version of this then.
It is, yeah. Well, when I get my podcast studio up and running, then we can do it. We can do it.
Oh, okay, that's what we're okay, cool. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. I'll have my new camera as well, so it'd be in glorious 1080p if you've got a 1080p camera. Yeah, everyone will see us and they'll be like, oh God, these two ain't what we thought it looked like. Yeah, unsubscribe. Yeah. So my last news story, I've left it, as they say, saved the best for last. Have we? Okay.
Yeah. So a little remaster and a new game have been announced. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the Mass Effect Legendary Edition is coming to current gen consoles and PC. I think it's PC in 2021. So it got announced on N7 Day that they're working on this remaster, and it is a remaster, it's not a remake of the original trilogy. And they also said a new game is in the works, but they literally, that's all they said. There was no other details on it.
Okay.
Apart from like a photo, there was like a little an image, of like I think it's called a mud skipper. Maybe that's from the new game. Well, I've not seen it in any of the other games, so it must be from the new game. But there's no. They're not making it for next gen console, so it's not. It's going to be available on PS5, Xbox Series X, but there's not a standalone version of it. If you know, so
it's similar to Prince of Persia.
Yeah. So, and it's as I say, spring 2021, PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and I'm so happy. Even though this would be the third time I've bought the games, I will be buying it again. And I'm actually quite jealous of you because I know you've never played them. So you're going to get to play them.
I will be playing for the first time, You're
going to get to play them in all their glory, especially 2. It's just amazing. It's going to include all the DLCs for all the games.
Sure.
And it's going to have like some new armor and upgrades in there as well. So
I 100% will check those out. I'll buy them, definitely.
We've got a statement. So, as part of N7 Day, the developer said it was working on the next chapter of the Mass Effect universe. It's built by a veteran team, but we don't know exactly who is involved. So they don't know any other details. They're just saying they're working on it. So, and being, as I say, a veteran team makes it hopefully will be a lot better than Andromeda, because that was a shit show. That really was. So. Yeah, really excited.
When it says veteran team, is that what? Is that the name of the studio, or there's just saying it's old?
A veteran. Old people who made the original.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it will the new one. But even if they just announced the remaster and not announced,
so it's not BioWare. I take it that's doing this.
Let's have a look. BioWare announced that Mass Effect Legendary Edition compilation.
So it's
BioWare.
Okay, cool. Okay, nice.
So let's hope they knock it out of the park. So really excited.
The Anthem team has been moved on to do this.
Oh no, don't no. Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda team and Anthem team just need to
It was the same team, isn't it? Do they have BioWare have multiple teams, studios? I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. Obviously, you got a team that's working on Dragon Age. Then you've got a team that's working on Anthem 2.0, whenever that
Why don't they just let that die? Just let Anthem die. No one's, you know what I mean? It's just...
Yeah, there was like a thing when they first announced it, it was kind of like, yeah, so you should, because people have bought it. Yeah. And now it's taken so long, it's now kind of like, yeah, no. It's a shame. Yeah, there's some really good core concept ideas that worked if they actually made a game. It was just more of a alpha beta test than an actual full game, to be fair. So yeah, we'll see how that develops. But yeah, no, I look forward to playing it.
Yeah, I'm really
sensible for them not to come in this launch. If it was possible, if they could have launched with the new consoles.
Yeah.
So many games.
Yeah.
So sensible for them. And maybe that's why Control also kind of thought, maybe we should get out of this window. Sensible.
Yeah, no. I am, like you say, another one when you were talking about your Destiny 2 The Stranger statue.
Yeah.
I've got a statue from the Mass Effect game. I've got Legion. Okay. And when you play Mass Effect, you'll know who Legion is, and he's pretty cool. I do like Legion. Pretty good, yeah. So really excited, really.
Cool.
Yeah,
I look forward to jumping in 2021. Yeah. There's a lot of cool games coming out in 2021.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Hogwarts.
Yes, maybe God of War.
Oh, don't! That would make me cry.
Yeah,
I can't wait to play that. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Arkham Knights.
Yep.
I look forward to playing that. Yeah. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Can't wait. And I can't wait for Avengers, actually. I can't wait for the new expansion of Avengers next year. So cool. Can't wait for it. It's going to be so good. So many characters they could add as well.
Yeah. So, that's the only good thing about it. They've got a big range of DLC they can put on there. So
yeah, also we know we're getting Black Panther, we know we're getting Hawkeye, Spider-Man. I'm sure they'll add people like Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch and there's so many places they can go. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Vista, sure. Big Marvel character. Everybody can't wait for him. I
think that's it for the news. A lot of news this week.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Every week we're blessed with news. Some we're going to run out of content one day, and but not yet.
So I feel like next week, obviously, we've got games coming out, so we'll be playing some of the new games. So obviously, we can review some of those, and then the week after that we'll have a PS5 in our midst, so we'll have that. So the next 2 weeks are going to be action packed. So if you want to write in about any of the upcoming games or the console or our thoughts or anything like that, and you want us to answer on the show, just write in on Twitter, DM us. I'm sure Brad can tell you where to go.
So Twitter is at PTPlayerspod, Instagram is PTPlayerspod, Facebook is Part-Time Players Podcast, and Gmail is ptplayerspod@gmail.com. Any of those, DM us, email us, just get in touch, and that's it really. But I think now it's time for this week's This Day in Gaming.
Ooh.
So it's a double header this week actually, because the day we record, which is the 9th, tomorrow. Sorry, the day we release is the 9th. There's 2 games. So there's COD Centric. So on the 9th of November 2007, Call of Duty Modern Warfare got released.
Okay.
And then on the 9th of November 2009, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 got released. So I just kind of stuck them in, together.
Cool. Yeah, related, local,
played both of them. They were both of probably my favourite CODs, actually. Really like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, really like Black Ops 1.
Yeah, Black Ops 1's probably my favourite COD.
That's the one I definitely played most online, Black Ops 1.
Yeah, I played loads of that. Was that the one with Nuke? Is it Nuketown? The little small map?
Nuketown, yeah. Where literally as soon as you spawn, lob some grenades over, get a couple of kills. And then near the school bus. Yeah, no, I played a lot. I put a lot of time in on that one.
Yeah, same.
And Modern Warfare 1 as well. Yeah, played loads on that. Kind of at the time I was playing Halo a lot. So that's all I was playing really, Halo 3.
Yep.
And everyone was saying Call of Duty's so good, the online. And I was like, I don't need to play Call of Duty online. I've got Halo. I love Halo. Halo was my life back then.
Sure.
And then as soon as I did start playing Call of Duty online with my mates, it was just so much fun.
Sure.
But had a really good campaign as well. I think most memorable missions is obviously All Gillied Up.
Yep.
Was the standout one. Such a good game. I liked all the old Call of Duties as well, like the World War II ones. But that was the first modern.
Yeah, World at War was quite good.
Yeah, World at War was good. Yeah, Call of Duty 3 was. I quite like Call of Duty 3 as well. I had that on 360. But yeah, this was the first foray into the Modern Warfare, as the title says. So that scored. Call of Duty Modern Warfare scored 92 on Metacritic, and Call of Duty Black Ops scored 87. So I know like one of the big kill streaks as well on Call of Duty Black Ops was a remote control car, which looks like they're bringing back for Cold War. So that's pretty cool.
Of course. Yeah, no, that's one of the reasons why I would be interested. Is the Black Ops stuff is my favorite kind of sub franchise in COD. Is by far my favorite. So I don't know, the skill level to get up to par with other people. I'd have to play just that for like probably weeks.
Yeah,
and I haven't got that kind of commitment into it. And I'm just going to get destroyed every time I play, and it's just not fun being destroyed by little children. So
I used to play it a lot, and I did like what was it, veteran? What was it when you like
Prestige?
Prestige, yeah, Prestige a few times on Call of Duty Black Ops, and I think I done it once on Modern Warfare. I prestiged in Black Ops and stuff. Yeah,
a
few times. So
yeah,
it's really enjoyed it. It's been quite good at it as well. Although my kill death ratio was always. I never had a plus kill death ratio. It was always minus, but I really enjoyed it. So I thought, that was. Now we've got the new COD coming out this week as well. So I thought, stick them two in this day in gaming. If you look, where I go on Moby.com, that's where I get all this information from, and it is like this time of the year. It's just all COD, COD games and.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, early November.
They'll come out at the same time.
Yeah, no. A lot of games come out in November, so I'm sure next week's one will be a decent one as well.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was this day in gaming. I might try and make a jingle for it. I'm going to try and make a jingle for it.
Yeah, you should make a jingle for it. Yeah, you're not going to tell people a really inconvenient way of getting these games?
No, I don't think anyone cares. I don't think anyone cares.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can. Yeah, no, I wasn't going to because you always moan about it. But
yeah, no, I do. And I wanted to moan about it again. So it's kind of like the point of the segment. But no, it's fine.
The Modern Warfare remaster was on PlayStation Plus, I think like last year or the year before. Which was I played recently, and then Modern Warfare 2 remastered campaign come out a few months ago on PlayStation Plus. So good.
There's probably no convenient way of getting Black Ops, is there? Really, unfortunately.
I think I still have I've still got my PlayStation 3 version somewhere.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Let me have a look for Modern Warfare on the 360. So you can get it on the 364. I also saw Modern Warfare 2 and 3. There's no Modern Warfare 1. Oh, maybe it's rare.
No availability anywhere. Okay, cool.
No, no. Sorry, I've let everyone down. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
We'll go on to the next segment then, which is what we've been playing, watching stuff, and then we'll round it off with our Mando spoiler review. So, what have you been playing this week, Brad?
If I said I'd been playing any games, I'd be lying because I've played nothing. So,
okay, nice. Yeah. Good for a gaming podcast.
I know.
What's this nothing? Is this a new game, old game?
Yeah, it's I just sit in a dark room and just stare at the turned off TV.
So that's quite depressing, all right.
It is, yeah.
So what have you been watching? You've been doing anything with yourself?
I've actually started watching the X-Files. I've never seen them before. Well,
okay.
Like years ago, I saw like the odd episode here and there, but I've never watched them in order or anything.
Okay.
And I noticed that it was all on Amazon. So yeah, I started watching X-Files, and I'm still watching Always Sunny. So
yes, I resubscribed to Netflix this month.
Yeah,
because there was quite a few things I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch Star Trek Discovery and a few other things, and I thought, let's see, because I know you said it was season 14 and I knew I haven't watched it yet, and I haven't watched season 14. I've only got up to 13, and I rewatched episode in season 13, the one where they go to the seminar about sexual harassment. That is one of the most funniest episodes ever. It made me laugh out loud quite a few times. It's so funny.
The Suburbs one is the funniest one for me. That is
a very funny one there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm on season 14 as well now, actually. So
yeah.
The one I watched yesterday was the one where Matt goes to prison to show his dad, tell his dad that he's gay, and he does that really weird but really well choreographed dance in the water with that woman. And you could tell, obviously, that Rob McElhenney had actually trained for weeks to get this thing choreographed and down. It's all quiet, and it's like a really serious moment in this show. And Frank understands at the end, and he's crying, and it's just I was watching it, and Nicole, my girlfriend, was like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "I saw his Sonny." She's like, "Well, like comedy program you watch?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Why's this?" I was like, "I don't know." I said, "I don't know, just but it's brilliant.
Sure,
brilliant.
Cool. Yeah, no, it's the consistency of how funny each episode is what's quite impressive of how long it's gone on for. And each episode's great. We can talk about nearly every episode. It's just like, I just forget how funny it is, like every episode. Yeah. Like the last one I watched last night was when they go to the zoo. I don't know if you saw that.
I ain't got up to that one yet. No.
Oh, okay. That was the one I watched, and it was just, it's just, I don't know, just funny. Just it's just, it's just hilarious.
The bit that made me laugh is when Charlie thinks he's made them all disappear because they went to the Super Bowl without him. And he's like Home Alone. He's running around the house, and he puts the aftershave on his face, and he screams, and then he's like, "Oh, this doesn't hurt at all." It's got a bear trap, stuck in a bear trap, and he's got to eat a rat.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember, it's so funny, ridiculous,
no, I love it.
It's hilarious. Cool. Okay. For me, nothing really new in terms of what I've been playing. I've just been playing Destiny 2, just ticking off the things, like I said last week I was going to do. It's just all the stuff that's going to be sunset, just making sure I got it.
Yeah.
I finally completed a quest, a really long quest to get this exotic gun, which is one of the highest DPS snipers in the game, or DPS guns in general, which is called the Izagis. It's a sniper rifle. So, very, very long quest steps to get it, but I finally got it, so that's really cool. Other than that, like I said, I've really subscribed to Netflix. I've been watching that, and obviously I've been watching a few anime. I started watching Dragon Ball again for some reason.
Okay.
Because we don't have Dragon Ball, so I'm subscribed to Funimation, which is they're both owned by Sony now. The Sony owned streaming service, whatever you want to call it. And in the UK, we don't actually have the license for Dragon Ball, so I have to put on like a VPN. So I put on a VPN, put that in the US, and then I'll get access to all that Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. So I was just watching Super again, and it's just, I don't know, when you just watch something that you just enjoy and you like, and it's just kind of an easy watch. I'm not really concentrating. I just got it on in the background. Picture-in-picture mode. I got that in a little corner, and I'm browsing the internet or doing something else. And it's just quite an enjoyable watch. But obviously the other thing I've watched this week, which we can now go on to, is obviously The Mandalorian, episode 2. Okay, so we'll go on to the next part. It just kind of froze for those. Might be a little cut there, but we're basically saying, I was saying what I've been doing this week, which I was watching Dragon Ball, and also we both watched The Mandalorian season 2, episode 2.
Yeah, so we're going to do this now, but it's going to be spoilers. So if you've not watched it, or you don't even, you don't care about The Mandalorian, maybe you just want to hear for the games. Thanks for listening, everyone who's going to go now. As we said earlier on, you can hit us up on our social media if you've got any questions or suggestions. We've said before, we really would like, people to come in maybe with some episode topics. I think we can, if we got a few, we can go through them and have a look, and that'd be great. Just want to get in touch, do it via social media. So Twitter, PTPlayerspod, Instagram, PTPlayerspod, the Part-Time Players Podcast on Facebook, and PTPlayerspod@gmail.com if you want to email. And but one of the best ways to support us, if you enjoy what you're hearing, is to like and subscribe on whatever platform you listen to. We're on most of the major ones now. Give us a little 5-star review and a nice little comment on Apple Podcasts and iTunes. That's the best. That's kind of the best way to support us. It helps us get more exposure and up the ranks and more listeners, and we can carry on delivering, hopefully, good content that you enjoy listening to. So, thanks for listening so far. The people that are going to go now, and we'll see you next week. I agree with everything you just said. Thank you for anybody that's supported us so far. We are we're overwhelmed with that people actually listen to us, and we appreciate any support that anybody can give us. So it means a lot to us if you can like and subscribe. And obviously we're not asking for money or anything like that. We're just asking for a little bit of support. So we appreciate that. So thanks guys for listening. And we'll go on to our spoiler review, because we're just going to talk about the episodes completely.
So obviously it's unavoidable not to talk about reviews, spoiler minute, sorry. So off the bat, obviously I've got some notes of scene by scene of what I think of it, and we can obviously discuss each part. But off the bat, do you like the episode? Was it a good episode? What's your initial thoughts before we go into it?
I enjoyed it. It was one of those episodes where you said you hoped there wasn't that many this season about the kind of filler episodes. It was definitely one of them. I enjoyed the X-Wings. I thought that was cool. I kind of didn't like Baby Yoda eating the eggs. I thought that was a bit weird. But other than that, I thought it was an all right episode. It wasn't as long as last week's. But
was it not? Good. Yeah, maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure.
I think last week was like 50, nearly an hour. This week was 43 minutes.
Okay. So, yeah, I totally agree. It was a totally filler episode. It didn't add anything to the main story. No. And for a season that's only got 8 episodes, I kind of just think that's inexcusable. And it really annoyed me that we've got another filler episode. I was kind of hoping that they would cut those out in season 2 and we would get a concentrated 8-hour movie. And in terms of the storyline progressing from the beginning of him leaving I can't remember what that town is called in Tatooine.
Mos Eisley.
No, the one he went to where we got the dragon, Crate Dragon.
Oh, Mos Pilos?
Yeah, he's going from there, from leaving Mexico to well, it sounds like what's that place in Breaking Bad? The chicken place.
Hermanos Los Pelonos, I think.
What?
Pelonos?
Yeah, Jesus, you sound like you're having a stroke. Right, anyway, we'll move on for that.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the same place. So, he's just flying in space a little bit outside Tatooine. He didn't progress anything. With
Frog Lady. The character's name is Frog Lady.
It's so stupid. So obviously we start, like I said, it starts in Tatooine. Obviously he gets ambushed by the bounty hunters that are clearly after Baby Yoda. Obviously there's quite a cool scene there with him fighting them and with the jetpack flying up with the machine. It was quite cool. Then obviously his speed was broken, so then he had to walk the rest of the way to Mos Eisley, which was a bit like, does he not need water? Does he have water? Like, how does he piss in the suit? Like, I don't know. It seems like quite a long walk without food or water, or I don't know. But anyway, he did it. Well, it's Star Wars. I can take that fine. Then he randomly goes into obviously the bar, which is in episode 1. The Han Solo scene, obviously.
Episode 4.
Did I say episode 1? Yeah, episode 4, sorry. Is it in episode 1 as well? Did they ever go into it in episode 1?
No, I don't think so.
No, they don't, do they? Yeah, no, you're right, correct me, yeah. New Hope, episode 4.
Yeah.
And there's a random ant.
Angry Star Wars fans.
Yeah. There's a random ant playing poker with the lady. Yeah. And this random ant, for some reason, knows where Mandalorians are. And I was like, oh, what a fucking coincidence. I just thought that was so stupid. I don't know why. I just like this random character, alien, just knows what he's looking for. I don't know. I just feel like it was quite poor and lazy writing.
Maybe, almost. Conjecture. But, I just kind of watched it. When I watched it, I just kind of watched it as an episode of something I enjoy. So I just thought, I can get where you're coming from. I can get your gripe. So you want it to carry on the story.
Then obviously the whole mission is then him transporting this frog lady, and her eggs can't handle light speed. Like what?
Yeah,
that's just stupid.
Yeah,
why can't they handle light speed? They're that fragile that they can't handle. That also doesn't make any sense to me. So then obviously can't go in light speed, so he's flying. I can't remember what they called it. Sublight. Then obviously you then get the X-Men policemen people patrolling. That apparently, X-Men, X-Wing, whatever they are.
Wolverine was there. Cyclops, pull over.
Exactly. Storm was there. It was a crossover episode. Yeah, sorry, X-Wing.
Well, they do. Disney owns both now, so you can.
Why not? Let's Magneto. I want Magneto versus Mando. His suit is made of metal, so I don't think it's going to be a very good.
It's not going to be a very good fight. No.
Not going to go very well. So they then go into like an X-Wing chase. Like they're patrolling.
Yeah.
Then obviously he goes into the ice cave, and obviously you've got all the alien spiders and all that stuff. Fine. And then obviously the spiders attack and he retreats back to the ship. And then when he gets into the cockpit and he's about to take off, I'm thinking, fuck off. He's not taking off. No way this thing flies. Half the ship is open.
Yeah.
They said they were going to die in this cave. If he could fly away this whole time, why did he not do it? I was thinking, oh my God.
Yeah, he was repairing it though, wasn't he, before he flew off, when he was repairing it while the frog lady went to find the the pool. And yeah, like he said, you can fly, but they would have to be in a cockpit because everything else is exposed. So I can kind of see that he would have done the repairs enough to do it.
Oh yeah.
One bit that got me, I don't know if you go to the end and then I'll tell you what bit got me. That bit that, mystified me.
So obviously he was about to fly off, which I was thinking there's no way that's going to happen, but maybe he did say he repaired it. Yeah, he was kind of half repairing it, but I kind of thought, surely that kind of damage that's happened to that ship, surely him doing a little bit of repairs on the side ain't fixed it, but fine, whatever. But obviously the spiders, the big daddy, mummy, spider, whatever, smashes through the cockpit. So there's now a hole in the cockpit, no?
Yeah.
In the glass? But does
you do see him patch that up later on.
Oh, he does patch that up. Okay, I never spotted that. And then you hear these gun blasts. Pew, 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 pew. I was thinking, I recognise that kind of fire.
Yeah.
I recognise that sound. And there was obviously rebel guns.
Yeah.
And it was the two X-Wing patrolmen. X-Men patrolmen. And it's like, and these guys got a job to do. Aren't they supposed to patrol in like this area of Tatooine? They've got all this time in the world to just be looking for this one guy to then apparently tell him that we don't want to arrest you.
And
like, what the fuck?
And another thing as well, the bit that got me was like, oh, you kind of caught those other guys from season 1. We won't let you go. And he's like, okay, I'll forgo the bounties if you help me fix my ship. And they're just like, no. And they fly off. So basically, we're saving from the spiders, but we'll let you die in the cave. Yeah, it's just like...
exactly, yeah. I thought that was true. Yeah, that was what I was going to say, yeah. We're not going to arrest you, but we're not going to save you either. So, you know, you can just die in this cave. And then...
Yeah. And he does,
and then he just takes off.
And he does fix the glass first.
All right. And then he patches the glass, you know. There's a massive fucking gaping hole in it. But, yeah, he fixes it. Fine. And...
I think he probably welds some Durasteel, which is like an alloy that always gets mentioned in Star Wars books I've read, Durasteel. So he probably had some Durasteel sheets sticking around.
Okay.
And he's welded them on. You know, that's,
and then... Yeah, he takes off and he's just flying in space, all broken, and he goes to sleep, and that's the episode. That's it. And what a waste of fucking 40 minutes.
Eats the egg as well.
Oh yeah, he's been eating egg. Yeah, I like Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's great.
I thought Baby Yoda, when he touched the glass, I thought he'd he's like 50 years old, but he's still a baby, and they'd realise that was life. But no, he just wanted to he's eating like fucking pickled eggs. He's opening that jar and
I know he was. Yeah, it was
just going for
it. The eggs, aren't they? It's probably a lot of nutrition in them.
They might have been pickled. They might have been in some sort of pickled juice. So they could literally have been.
Were they pickled juice? I don't think that was pickle juice.
You never know. You don't know, do you?
I think it's probably some kind of like frog juice. I don't know. I don't know what kind of juice.
Maybe some frog juice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. You never know. Next week's episode, what's that gonna? Is he gonna be landing on the planet with Frog Lady, and she going to be in it a bit more?
Yeah, is it going to be random Mandalorians? Apparently her husband knows where they are. Like, why does this ant and this random frog people know where Mandalorians are?
When they're supposed to be quite
hidden? They're hidden. They're
key,
hidden.
Yeah, so...
the rebels, the New Republic doesn't know where they are. The outskirts of the Empire don't know where. But this random fucking ant and the Frog Lady with a shitty glass jar of pickled eggs knows where they are. It's so stupid. Sorry. I know it's Star Wars and it's like fantasy, whatever, but sometimes I just think, wow, this is really poor writing.
Yeah, I didn't mind. Like I say, I just watched it. I did pick a few bits I picked up, but I just watched it for...
Don't these X-Wing pilots have got something bad to do? Like, aren't they supposed to have a job? Like, if I was their manager, I'd be like, where have you been for the last 2 days? Oh, we were looking for this random bounty hunter that we let go. Well, you're not doing your job. Yeah. Like, what are they doing?
Was they stuck in an ice cave? Did you help get them out? No, we left them there.
Yeah, we just left them there to die. Yeah, exactly. What?
Yeah. I know there's some Frog Lady and a Baby Yoda. Well, we won't get involved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. May the force be with you and go off, like, whatever it was. Yeah, it does. Oh, don't.
But yeah, no, it's,
I don't normally rant about things.
No, yeah.
I'm normally quite the positive ones.
Yeah,
so
usually
this episode really upset me because I didn't want any of these episodes. And then to make it worse, that it was a filler episode. The episode was then just full of just plot holes that I just gripes. I got a lot of gripes with this episode. Upset.
Well, hopefully next week it'll be better and it'll cheer you up.
Yeah, these go back on track with the main story. Yeah. I don't want these filler episodes. And if you are going to have a filler episode,
make the seasons longer.
Yeah, or make it a good episode, entertaining. Okay, it was fine. Baby Yoda's being Baby Yoda. You had a few good action scenes. The spider bits were cool. Seeing X-Wings were cool. But other than that, I don't know. Especially from the episode 1 when you saw like he was wearing a Boba Fett outfit and then you saw Boba Fett at the end. It was like, okay, this is quite cool episode. Going back to Tatooine and stuff, and then this episode is just like,
yeah. I think you got the voice of Richard Ayoade again though for the droid.
Oh yeah,
from the IT crowd and that. So that was pretty cool. Travel Man.
Yeah.
So
did you like the way with the frog lady when she went into the sauna or wherever, or hot tub, wherever she was? And then when obviously the spiders came and she used her tongue to get her clothes, I was like, wow, that was a quick dress. Yeah. That's
I enjoyed it. Look forward to next week's episode, but maybe next week you'll cheer you up and you'll rant. Save the ranting for me. I do the rants around here. I'm the ranter.
Well, it's on Destiny. It's on Disney. Whether or not I rant or not. So we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. But, I think that's this week's episode, guys. If you stuck through to the end, thank you for listening. Hopefully we're just not talking to dead air, because that would be very upsetting.
No, we're talking to each other.
True. Yeah,
it's a 2-hour conversation where we're just chatting.
Yeah,
and that is the point of the podcast, isn't it? We're just talking.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to listen to this ramble,
it's brilliant. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Maybe you want to see a psychiatrist or something. Maybe, possibly.
Let us be your agony uncles. But if you enjoyed the show, thank you for listening. Like I said before, all our social medias are out there. Get in touch any way you prefer. And it'd be great for listening, hearing from you. And thanks for listening.
Yep. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.